comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Big, low, reaching heavy. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Oh, talk about overextending. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 1 has the life advantage. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Barely blocks the jump in. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Big throws. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. This is gonna hurt. This passes out the cage right there.
Meaningless efforts.
Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Both sides getting ready. Flatlines them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Knocked them out of the air. Jumps? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2 is brushing that off and keeps going. Oh, here we go. Somehow manages to block the jump. Hits the drive. What now? Oh my god, they just choked it up. And whip. They're wide open. Turns out. Both sides getting ready. Free flow strike. Drive rush. Low heavy. Okay. Forward rush. Crowns them from above. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. A real test of nerves here. Ugh, they are done. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
No mercy for you.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Jump in finds the mark. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Well-timed corner switch. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Takes a trip. Not shy with the grab. Player 2 chases him down. Heading into the end game now. It gets him. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Fatal leg twister. How will they take advantage of everything that's down to the wire? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Grabs them with the embrace. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of hit them with a stop and bomb. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Reads the jump in perfectly. Both sides, this can lead to some big in there. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Jumps in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Backs them into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both players with no drive in the tank. Taking stock. From up above. Can't tech the throw? Alright, what's coming up next? In a dire situation, they can't afford any KO. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Throwing some shade. That drive impact doesn't get through. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can hit them with a stop and block. Decides to spend the meter and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. The level 3 super. Looking to make them feel it. What'll happen here? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Fatal leg twister. Scrapping it out up close. This is gonna hurt. In there. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Goes for the command grab. Player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Pressuring them in the corner. What's the play here? Very solid corner switch. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Jumps in! Player one has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. We're near the end of the round. Both fighters have full drive gauges stocked. Both of them are low on health and are playing very cautiously right now. Player two will look to apply pressure here. KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Super clutch corner switch. Avoids getting cornered. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Barely blocks the jump in. Hits him with a stop and pop. Uses the gauge for a super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Wow, that's the... Oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Bring in the heat. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Chin, wheel, ripper. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Wraps it up with a throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a jump in. It's time for reads the jump in perfectly. Anti-air in the clutch. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Dangerous impact squashed. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Drops them from the air. Quick, solid anti-air. Sets up with the jump in. Can this drive bring them back? Looking to follow up after that target combo. Burns out. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? And whiffs. They're wide open. Doesn't take the throw. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. Pokes with a medium kick. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Takes a trip. Holds out with the block. The throw misses. Knockdown. Snipes him out the air. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Looks to drop him to earth. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player experiencing burnout. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Jumps. This can lead to some big damage. Drives impact misses. Fools him and KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Player two brushes that off and keeps going. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Super! That's what we want to see. This is gonna hurt. Finds the target. Anti-air in the clutch. Throws that off. Player two comes off the tank and scores the win. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Medium kick hits. Just out of range for that throw. Misses the drive impact. Whiffing a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. What's the play here? That was a solid anti-air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. This is a real back and forth match for Scene. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Player two chases them down, takes a trip. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Yo, put that away. Take the low heavy connected? Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Hits him with a stop and block. Knockdown and jumps in. Jumps. There's a change of sides. Player one will look to apply pressure here. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. We have KO! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
An honor, to be sure.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Deftly shuts out the jungle. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Takes a trip. Sticks the combo. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Player two needs to hold out until their drive gate sneaks in the throw. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Fatal leg twister. Manages to block the jump-in attack. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Looking to impress with this super. Going in, they're thinking of scoring big off this cage use. What'll happen here? Player drives and back misses. Finds the target. Ugh, puts a bit of stank on that with flat lines on. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Fair fight.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. That was a solid anti-air. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Fires off in overdrive. Oh, whiff the throw. The jump-in is denied. Throws them to negate the block. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Heading into the end game now, it gets them. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Jump! Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Scrapping it out, uses the gauge for a super arm. There's nowhere to run! Chargers need to get hands on them for the interdiction! Counting on the... Oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter.
This is our destiny.
Lands the Getsuga Saiho!
Getsuga.
Going for that juicy damage! Only a little bit of drive and crowns them from above! Okay, nobody solid anti-air! This is a critical moment! Pumps the brakes on the impact! Burns out! That was the highest if I've ever seen! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with!
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. The jump-in is denied. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. All right, what's coming up next? No more drive gauge. Baits them and goes in for the hug. Taking stock. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Brushes off the impact. Fires off an overdrive. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Jumps. Dashes forward. Breaks the block with a throw. Goes for the jump in. What a reaction to go air to air. Knockdown and their life is... This is gonna hurt! Dashes out the gate right there!
Meaningless efforts.
There's nowhere to run! Chargers need to get hands on them for the interdiction! They're taking a schools them and locks them in embrace! They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. That was the highest if I've ever seen. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. This is the grab. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? All right. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. Gets the jump in. Jumps in. Fires off a Nightshade Pulse. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. The pressure is so ends with the projectile. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Dives in with Cool Fate. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps? Just out of range for that throw. Beats them and goes in for the hug. All right, what's coming up next? Grabs them with the embrace. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Gets carried to the corner. The throw is denied. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. In attack range, denies the jump-in attempt. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jump. Oh, the air throw falls short. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Well-timed corner switch. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. From up above. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Sticks the jump in. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. In there! Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes to the overdrive. Player 2 won out those close scuffers, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect! Well listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The drive impact left them a sweet punishment. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Both fighters have completely emptied out their drive gauge and are in burnout state. Not a lot of patience on show here today. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. Athlete springs forward with the drive rush. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive art? Who's going to start things up, brushes that off, and keeps going? Well, this is gonna be bad news. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Looking for a chance. So, what's next? A quick breather. Player will hit them with a stopping block. Up into the air off the just cool. Full SA of super art. The super doesn't hit. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Breaks the block with a throw. Air slasher. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Burnout dissipates. Drive rush to keep it going. Knew the throw was coming. Rushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will look to apply that. Combo finishes it. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Open with a jump in. The last round. It's now or ooh, what a smart throw. Gotta do better than that. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Out of drive game. Now's the time. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Overdrive jackknife sends them down the quick way. All the throw connects. Well, betting it all on the drive rush. Turns out. Players drive and back misses. What are they gonna do? Any mistake here is gonna crown them from above. Courageous grab! Are you kidding me? Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Big time whip. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on thick. Big throws. Player springs forward with a drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the counter hit throw. Surprises them. Burnout activates. Gets the jump in. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Baits them and goes in for the hug. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Jumps in. Jumps. Cross-up attack. A quick breather. Knew the throw was coming. Player forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Player... Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, they just cooked it up. Both getting it up. What a read with that anti-air. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Beginning operation.
An honor, to be sure.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
So it goes.
Deftly shuts out the jumper. Deals some damage with that quick combo. What are they thinking here? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. All right. Fantastic reactions there. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Will that drive impact get punished? In a dire gets. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night.
Is that it,
What
then?
else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive art
Away.
baits them and goes in for the hug. Player 2 can build off this lead. Time to sit on the lead. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Grabs them with the embrace. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Cannon spike. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Stone cold embrace. In there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Spikes! Gets right in there. The throw is escaped. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Is that a good decision? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? The soup bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. A quick breather. The corner throw ends it. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Early round decisions are so important to set the hits them with a stop and pop. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout stage, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Max SA gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart aggressive play there. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Life lead is there, but still cannon spike.
So it goes.
Uses the drive game.
Meaningless efforts.
It's the interdiction. They've been waiting for this. This could change everything. Both of them back. Oh my God, they flatlines them. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Fatal leg twister. Player 1 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Throws them. What's next? Player 1 has the life advantage. Time to sit on the lead. Blocks the jump in. The drive impact net them a sweet punishment. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Hits them with a stop and bite. Jumps. Throws them. What's next? Both fighters planning something? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. What'll happen here? Gut brushes that off and keeps going. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not.
Locked on.
Taking no prisoners. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Perfect execution with the anti-air. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc.
Care to
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
ruin?
Off to spend the meter on the huge chance after that wall shot. Player 2 with the rhythm. This can lead to some big damage over in a flash. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Here's to a
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Important tech there in the corner. They are not letting that corner pressure get to them. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. The super armor does its job. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 chases them down, decides to meet them in the air. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. From up above, had the radar up and running. Knockdown. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Grabs and throws them away. That throw will do some good damage. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully.
care to
There's
hear.
nowhere to run. Chargers need to get hands on them for the interdiction. We have super arc cost nothing but air. No, critical art now in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Immediate jump in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Low heavy. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Both fighters goes to the air. Good judgment there. Target combo into. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of the hit the drive? Okay, here we go. Cut turns out. The triple duism. A jump, change of plans. Here comes the corner pressure. Flatlines them. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Still slugging it out here. The low kick connects. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
Cease and desist.
Grabs him. Taking stock. Blocks the low heavy. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Nails the anti-air. Holds out with the block. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Things are slow going. Springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Jump? Ah, burnout activates. Going in, hits him with a stopping block. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Swagger step. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.